Hello.
Welcome to
Look at that night. It's been so long. You and me, us never part. We had a little breaky break, but we back.
We are back. We're back. A lot happened, y'all.
A lot.
A lot.
So much so that I didn't realize. I thought we hadn't been on here the whole 2021, y'all. Out of my mind. I'm just like, what? Wait, we had a show in February. We did.
We have four. We have four shows. We have four. But we're going to fill y'all in on the hiatus and why we had to take the hiatus and what's been happening. And it's also leading us into the topic of today's show, actually. So, Nicole, you want to hit them?
Of course, I'm going to hit them with the 1-2 puncher. It's about taking a break. The importance of taking a break, because sometimes you just need a fucking break, and sometimes you just got to take that break. And there's so many great things that can happen in a breaking period. So Nicole, girl, you know, we had to drop that bomb, boom, right quick. Oh.
Yeah. She's just like, so many things can happen in a take a break moment. Yes, and also I'll play on the words of like breaking too, because sometimes you have breakdowns, so you could break through.
Right. What's my incense at? Let me get some fucking incense. Come here. Get that incense. Butler. I don't have a maid.
I know.
My child is gone. I don't know.
My child is gone. And I need to go grab our cars though, but we'll keep the show rolling.
We'll get there.
But yes, I'm gonna just hop in on what has gone down.
Yes, I mean, you look good, girl. You look good.
Thank you. I'm feeling myself.
I see you, pre the unicorn. So what has been happening with you over there?
Girl, so it's all right. So our last show was the end of February, so that means all of March and all of April. Because we are back, y'all. It's May.
Marvelous May.
Almost to the summertime, so we have to take hot girl summer. And anyway, we might get to do our hot girl summer this year because it seemed like we about to bounce back as a world.
We out here
out of this COVID situation. It's been a lot. But let me fill y'all in. So the 2 months we've had to take a break because Nicole C and I both, just mentally and physically, career-wise, we had a lot going on, and we felt like we were not going to be able to be the full Nicks that y'all love and need in your lives at that time. So we decided collectively as a team that we needed to take that break so we could show up fully for you guys now. So we are back.
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons. Personally, I was going through a shift transition of like, in my life and in my career, like things were happening. And things were happening rapidly, but there were some things in my career and my life that was going down that I wasn't really happy with. It wasn't like a fuck yes. And I want to live a fuck yes life every single day. I don't want to be doing things that do not serve me, that do not bring me joy, that are in alignment with my purpose. And so there were some things that were a little off for me, right? We'll start with career. Y'all know actress, singer, songwriter, podcaster, multi-hyphenate, all the things, right? And when you're all the things, sometimes that can get really overwhelming. And the thing that was kind of gnawing at me at the time was like, music was doing good. I was getting a lot of music out. And that was one of the things that was eating away at my time because I was literally releasing a song every single month. I was shooting music videos. It was a lot. We were doing like live digital performances. So a lot was going on there, right? So the music side was popping. Acting was popping too. I booked a show that's going to be out this summer. I guess I can say it now. I'll be on this season of Dear White People.
Yes.
Yes, so that was happening. I was getting these huge auditions for pilot season. I'm talking about like 13-page auditions like every other day. And that was just like, it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. And so and all that was cool, but I still wasn't really feeling like fulfilled, right? I felt like pieces of me were just kind of like missing. And I also felt like I needed a break because there was so much going on coming out of the crazy that was 2020. It was a lot. I hadn't taken a break. And so this wonderful man At the time, I didn't know what was
Look
going to happen.
at her. She's in love.
I am. Like, she's laughing at me.
Let you tell your story. Tell your story.
He just pops out of nowhere. I met him in January. Mutual friends introduced us on Clubhouse, y'all. I can't even. On Clubhouse of all the places. And we had just been talking, and we met for a weekend in San Diego, and like that went amazing. And immediately after, we were both like, yo, we want to see each other like now. And we don't live in the same state. So that was one thing. We were trying to be realistic. We're like, yo, maybe we're just expanders for each other, because it was good, but we're like, we don't live in the same place, so how is this gonna work? So fate brought us together. We ended up meeting, and then immediately after, we were both like, yo, I want to see you again, like now. So he invites me to go to Mexico, Tulum, for 2 weeks. And he's a mindset coach for conscious entrepreneurs. So he does like a lot of like healing type of work, and like he does a lot of events and like retreats and stuff like that. So he was doing a big retreat in Tulum. He was like, I want you to come with me, come be my guest. And I was like, what? This feels like a yes, but this is crazy. I just met you for the first time like a few days ago. Am I about to like go to Mexico for 2 weeks with this person and do this like retreat thing? And half of me was like, yes, I want to go, because I really wanted to do the retreat, because like that sounded, everything he was doing for his clients sounded like something that I just needed in my life at that time. But then it was also like, but I'm about to go as like his girl, and we're still figuring things out. Like this just is crazy. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Throw caution to the wind. I talked to my PNC, Nicole C. She was like, girl, go. Get out of here. Go do your thing. And
I remember that conversation. I remember she was like, girl, listen, be a wanderer. Do your thing. Live your life.
And you know, and Nicole C knows that's my other side of myself, is like, I'm a gypsy. I'm a nomad. Like, I love
you have that kindred spirit.
Yes.
One has a child, so she can't be as dramatic as she'd like. But that's okay, because we got Nicole L to go do it. And the other to watch her stories like, you ain't posted today. We're like,
oh my gosh. So I went to Mexico, y'all, and like we fell in love. We fell hard. And by the end of it, we were like, this is us. We are doing this. And it's been us ever since. We have been, I don't think since we met for the first time in San Diego, I don't think we've been apart longer than 2 weeks. And so it's been like the universe has literally conspired to like make us be together. And it's just been the most wonderful, beautiful journey of my life. I'm going to marry this man and have like, I have no doubt in my mind about this. Like, zero.
Get that.
Neither does he. We've been plotting out literally like we're going to be in the same home by February of next year. We've already plotted out the rest of the year. Like we're meeting the fam soon. Like he's coming down with me to New Orleans in June and meeting the fam. We're going to spend all of the holidays in Germany with his family in December, because he's from Germany. And then that'll lead us up to his next retreat, which is in Thailand. So like from like December to February, we'll be traveling. And then after that, we're going to be in the same home. So it's been cray, but like so good. I've also launched like my first product from my brand in these last 2 months, guys. And we'll get to that. I don't want to take up too much time because I feel like I'm talking too much and I want to hear from Nicole C.
Good. This is good. Good. Take your time, because I'm going to take notes. So you go ahead.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I launched a company. It's called the Goddess Path Experience. If you guys follow me on social and even follow anything that me and Nicole C talk about, y'all know we be here for the self-care, honey. We be here for the self-care. Right. And anybody who follows me on my personal social, you guys always see me posting about goddess baths. And this actually got birthed while I was in Mexico at his event. We did all these like mastermindy things, and like this company kind of arose out of one of the masterminds that we did. And I realized I was kind of already doing it. So just to shorten a long story, I will be holding like these manifestation circles with women to help them realize and actualize their own self-care practice around the goddess bath, which has been a self-care practice I've used over the last several years. And it has helped me not only to heal myself, but to manifest everything. And specifically over the last like 3 to 4 months, I've had this hardcore like ritual that I've practiced around this bath, and everything I have set intention for during this process has come to pass, and not like quick, like, I mean, within days I'm talking about. And so like I'm putting this all together, and I'm giving this to women in the form of like a goddess bath subscription service. And so you'll get a goddess bath along with like this amazing community of other women that are going to hold space for you every month during the new moon and the full moon, and helping you manifest these dreams, and not only manifest, but letting go of the things that no longer serve you.
Right.
So you can have space and hold space for the things that you want. And it has just brought me so much joy, and like so many people have shown up to like make this a reality. Like I can't even like believe like how fast it's happened. And it's given me the ability to like afford my own life in the way that I want to, and like fund my art without having to like rely on other people like to like take care of myself, which has been a space I have been working very hard to get to in this 10-year span of my career. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, all in all, to say, y'all, when you are called to take a break, because these 2 months have literally shifted and changed my life and has propelled me into a space in my life that I've been working to get to for the last 10 years. And I have never felt so fulfilled and so full in all aspects of my life, and genuinely just happy and just in a space of overabundance. And yeah, that was the breakdown, the breakthrough, and taking a break. Yes, so to take a break. Yes. Taking a break does about it.
Take a break. Gotta get that break in, because we be needing it, you know?
Yes. Thank you. It's been good, y'all. It's been good.
Look at that face.
I know.
I just remember once upon a time, Nicole and I and our friend Kim, shout out to Kim, we went on a naked hike together not too long ago, and we all manifested, what was that, reciprocal, healthy something love.
Reciprocal love.
Yes.
Reciprocal love.
Yes. I remember we were naked hiking in the woods. It was wonderful, wonderful experience. And so to see it on my girl, it's good. I like it.
Yeah. It feels good. I've been exhaling so much. I'm like, Lord, it feels good to feel safe in a relationship.
And it feels healthy, right? Because when you take breaks and you get more clarity on your life, and then when things start falling into place for you, and when you're making sense of things and you're understanding how to do things, and you have the energy to do things, and you're doing them, and you're stepping into your purpose, there's just a healthiness that you feel. Mental health, emotional health, financial health now, like you said, right? Like it just feels good. And that's a part of being safe, right? It's healthiness and happiness, that inner joy that comes from just understanding what it is that you're supposed to be doing and actually doing it with clarity and with purpose and with intention. And so, girl, I feel you. It's wonderful. It's great. It's lit. It's lit. Or like Aiden said, it's bussin'. I don't know. I might have said that wrong. She might see this and be like, girl, you used it wrong. I'll be like, okay.
She too hip for me, baby. She's like, I don't know what that is.
Bussin'. All right. I'm just going to stick with it's wonderful. It's great.
Right.
Awesome. It's amazing.
So Nicole C, what happened for you in the break? What happened?
So like I said earlier, I don't know why I felt like I hadn't talked to y'all all 2021. I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's been that long. Or maybe it's just that much has happened that it's just like my sense of time is just distorted right now. But anywho, so like Nicole said, we needed this space. This year just started off after last year, and then coming into 2021, it was just like so much was happening at once. And it was like, goodness, it's just too much. Can't catch up. Like, we just need to pause. Like, how do you feel about like a week or 2 weeks? How do we just feel about just taking a break? And we'll reconvene when we both feel connected to come back together. And that's really what happened. When we took the break, we didn't have a set date of when we were going to come back. We just kind of felt it out, and then we reconnected, and it was just like, okay, I think by this time we'll be ready. So we think May was perfect. We looking good. We feeling good. Smelling good. Okay, we here. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Oh, she done propped the leg up and everything. Wait.
bro, this is fun, you know, and it gave us an opportunity to also just kind of understand more about what Nick's at Night is and what we wanted to do and be for you guys, and to be able to give you that. So getting into the personal now, my main goal was to finish, well, not finish, to start and then finish the feature film that I have been working on. And baby, it is the rough draft done. Okay. It is done. When I tell you that took up mental energy, emotional energy, it could very well have taken up financial energy, because I definitely spent a lot of time not doing work, but working on it. But baby, my rough draft is done. My first feature film project. Very excited about that. Very happy about that. Yes, first feature film. I was like, woo, because at first it started with this blank page, and it's just like, I gotta make 75 of these. I gotta make 80 of these. I gotta make 90 of these. It's like, oh my god. Oh girl, we done got it. We see the light. We here. Yeah. So, but I just needed a break from a lot of things in order to just be able to channel, because it just seemed like any energy away from that, I might as well just take all my energy from it, because if I wasn't like super focused on it, I wasn't going to get focused on it. So I just needed to, not just from this, but from other things, I just needed to break and just be more disciplined and more focused. And it wasn't as simple as me saying, hey, let's just discipline. No, it was a lot of trial and error, a lot of days where just nothing got done, but we're here. Aside from the feature film, we've shot, I went to Houston and directed a pilot that I co-wrote and produced. And so now we're shopping that around. Shouts out to Jamarcus, shouts out to Ronaldo, shouts out to the Dark Brothers. So I'm very excited about that. It's called H-Town. It's a sitcom. It's going to be amazing. You watch. Bussin'. And so it's like bussin'.
It's lit.
So, and then aside from that, my web series, Maternally Yours, has been doing very well. Streaming currently on Quelle TV. We just wrapped. We did the Black Film Festival of New Orleans. Shouts out to Guion's. We did Mishu Film Festival. Shouts out to Courtney. That's in LA. And we did very, very well. So I'm very excited about the trajectory of Maternally Yours and where it's going, where it has been, and excited to develop more on that front. And then on the other personal level, that's not career-wise, love life is good. We're going strong. So we had a conversation about this, about getting back with your ex, which is what I did, and we still together. So it was a good idea. We're still good. We're still strong. We're still good. So, sometimes you got to take a break and get back together. Yeah. Just throwing it out there. It goes with the theme. So that's what's been going on in my world. I've been also helping my daughter. We're getting us together. She's come up with a business plan for a product. So about to work on that. We're about to get that next. So just trying to cultivate her and inspire her as best as I can. And getting myself together, because I was going through a blockage, a weird blockage. I couldn't explain it. And so I knew I needed to just completely release and let go of a lot of things and just be like solitude for a little bit and figure it out. And so that's what sometimes you just gotta take a break from like yourself and life and just solitude and figure things out and hone in. And so, you'll always come out on the other side a little bit better. It's difficult and it seems like scary, but it helps. So that's what this break has done for us. And now we're back. We are happy. Do you have any advice? So if you had to do 2 to 3 things for the people who are listening right now, if you had to give them 2 to 3 pieces of advice for taking a break, what would you say?
I would say number one, follow your instincts, right? Because your body and your energy always knows when it's time for you to do whatever it is you want to do. And I know for me, like my whole, like everything, my gut was just done. I didn't want to do nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. And it was all the things that I loved doing. Like I didn't want to audition. I didn't want to go nobody's set. I didn't want to do Knicks at Night. Like that's how I knew I needed a break. It was like all the things that I knew that I loved to do. It felt like work. And for me, like, I don't want nothing to feel like work. This will be fun. You only live once. I don't want nothing to feel like work. And so, like, just like, you know, listening to your gut instincts about where you are and being honest about that. Like, if you're done, you're done. It's okay. It's okay to give yourself time to step away. It doesn't mean that you're walking away from things, right? So that would be the second thing. A break doesn't mean that you're walking away. It doesn't mean that you're never going back to whatever you were doing. It just means pause. Right? Caution sign, stop sign. Like we just break. We just gonna sit here for a minute, eat your meal, take a nap, go on this trip. Cause it's like sometimes we work and we grind and we work and we grind, but we forget like to enjoy the ride. Like, especially coming out of a year like 2020, it was just like, I don't know what to do. I just need to do something. I don't know what to do. But it was like, take that break, take that pause, because what will happen is you'll gain appreciation and gratitude for the road that you traveled to get to where you are right then, and taking in all of the things that you have accomplished. And then it also helps you to gain clarity on what your next steps are, like where you're going. Because a lot of times it'll feel like a break will feel like a fork in the road. Or it might feel like a complete breakdown, because I've been through them too.
And both of those are okay.
Yeah, they are both are okay. Allow it to happen.
Right.
It's a necessary part of the process, right? Because a lot of times that means you are on the midst of a breakthrough or an up level. And so like that part of the process, that breaking or that break, is a part of it. It's necessary. Like that pause is necessary. It's just like when you're driving in a car and you at a stop sign, you gotta look left, look right, sometimes look behind you, you know, like take your stop sign moment. Go ahead and do that. Like you deserve that. Like take your respite, take your pause. Like that is
like
so
you
nice.
said with the fork in the road, sometimes you get to the fork in the road and realize, you know what, this way actually makes more sense for me. So I'm just gonna go this way. And boom, you done made it to your paradise. You know, it's like you said, you need these moments in order to see these types of things.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And like, just to like give example and more perspective, it's like two things that I forgot to like mention. I talked about it at the top about how like, you know, acting started to feel heavy for me. And like all of these, like I'm auditioning for all of these projects, but it was like, I got to a place of like, I don't want to audition anymore. That's not really the place I want to be in my career. I want to be, what I would like is like, oh, I've seen you in this. Would you like, I want offers. This is the point in my career that I want offers. Or I want to be personally like, this is a story I want to tell, and these are the people I want to tell it with. So I want to go and do that. And so it felt very scary for me to pause what I had done for the last 10 years of my career, which was like have reps and like audition and hope that these people like my interpretation of this role. And I got to a point in my career where I was like, number one, I don't even want to play this game anymore. I don't want to play this game. And number two, I don't have to play this game. And then the universe was like, let me show you how you don't even have to play this game. Let me, you remember this movie you shot with friends that y'all funded yourself? Oh, y'all are going to get picked up by Amazon and by all of these other platforms, and you're going to win awards for it. like, you know, and this is what y'all did with a shoestring budget. So this is what you can do with your squad. You didn't have to audition for this. This was written for you with people you want to be making a movie with, telling a story you want to tell. Right. And like, came through in the pause, me stopping in the rat race, that came through, right? And so like there's so much abundance, y'all, in that break, in that pause. Like that's where your magic is. That's where your up level is. That's where your next level is in that pause, because you get such clarity on where you want to be, and you get to like make commands and demands of the universe. It's like, I don't want to audition anymore. I want to be offered things. I want to be offered a role. I want to be co-collaborating with friends. And like I set intention for that. And that's what it is. I'm not going backwards anymore. I just got an audition today thinking about the Rat Race. They want me to turn in a 13-page audition off book by tomorrow, 4 p.m. CST. No, I'm not.
And you have every right. You know, I remember one time a rep told me that people declined auditions. This is when I first started. And I was like, why are people declining auditions? They're not serious. And then as I got into it more, just listen, I know. As I got into it more and just realized just the game, and I realized that you're really at the mercy of skin tone or hair color or height difference or eye color or availability or whatever. You're at the mercy of all these little things that you can't even control. And time again, you're putting yourself out there. You're giving your all. You're being vulnerable. You're turning around these insane requests and stopping your entire life to do it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it if you choose to. Yeah. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. But sometimes it's okay. And not even sometimes, like if you decide to say, you know what, this ain't the way for me. This is not the way I'm going to do it. And I think that was so great about the life we live and the time that we live is that we know we can do the stuff on our own. We have the resources, we have the willpower, we have the knowledge, we have the go-to. We can do it on our own now, and we're not afraid to. Most of us, if you are, to the root of that, let it go. Handle your shit. You can do it on your own. So yeah, so I completely understand that 100% because you got to say no. So you got to say no. You got to be serious because when you put that out there, you're going to get tested. It's going to come to you. And it's just like, okay, we're going to see. We're going to see what you're going to do. And it's going to be like, boom, big old roll. You're perfect for it. They're describing you to a T. What you going to do?
Listen, and I have my limits. Like if that would have been Steven Spielberg for like the next Jurassic Park, I'm going to turn around 13 pages for that.
Right.
Not for what it was. I'm not going to say what it was for. But then after I looked at the sides, I was like, I'm not playing this character. So it's an all-around no for me. And my agents was like, this is the second round that they've sent this through, so we don't know if they're going to get an extension. Listen here. So now you're already telling me I wasn't even in front of the first pick. They grasping at straws.
Right. They're desperate.
No, thank you.
Right.
No, thank you. No.
And all of that for them to pop up with a known actor with buku, that's the main thing.
That's what they're gonna do.
That's what slap in the face.
That's what they really gonna do.
That's a slap in the face right there.
What's happening right now is they know a main actor that they want, but that actor don't know if they're gonna stay
available. Right. They don't know if they're available. They don't know if they want to do it. Right.
So now they don't like none of the tapes that they've already seen, and they need backup. They need plan B. I'm good. I want to be your choice.
Yeah.
Nothing else. That's what I'm calling in. And the universe will test you, like Nicole said. Because I literally told my therapist today, I don't want to audition anymore. Of course. Yeah. I get a 13-page audition. And I opened it. I was like, all right, let me see. No, not none of the people I want to. No. Then I went and read the sides. I was like, no, this is a no.
And you know what? And it shows a good point in your life for you to be able to do that so confidently, so boldly. Because desperation, you never really get anything you want if you're operating from a place of desperation. And so once you're able to have more control of what it is that you're going to do, you stop operating from a place of desperation. And I personally just feel like that's the space that you want to operate from if you want the abundance of career flow, and if you want the abundance of financial stability and the abundance of you being in control of your own career. So Nicole, you go grab those cards because we're running out of time. And I'm gonna give my advice for taking a break. First of all, do it with intention. Understand, Nicole had made some really great points about taking a break and knowing when to. And so now my follow-up advice to that is do it with intention. Understand why you're taking a break. Understand, or try to at least, try to pinpoint what it is that's been bothering you. Try to pinpoint, what the relaxation that you need or what focus you need to be on while you're on your break. And if you do it with more intention, then at the end of the break, you'll just be a little bit more recharged and have a little bit more sense of purpose. And if you don't do it with intention, I'm sure you're going to be just fine if you just need to take a break. But try to at least do it with some intention. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. The flip side to that is don't get too lazy, but definitely try not to be fearful of the break, because I know sometimes we get so caught up in keeping up with everybody else and thinking it's a race between you and other people, like, oh, they're doing it too, and they're going to do. Listen, we create the competition in our head. That competition is here. You're in a competition with yourself. You worry about yourself and getting yourself better, because if you're not good, you can't keep up anyways. So don't worry about that. Stay in your lane. Do what you got to do. Handle yourself. It's going to come to you in due time. The flip side to that is don't get too lazy in your break. That's why I say do it with intention, because at least if you understand, okay, I'm taking the break with the intention of finding my purpose, or with the intention of relaxing and resting my mind, with the intention of knowing that, okay, I'm going to give myself this amount of time, or I'm not going to give myself this amount of time. I'm going to get back to whatever I got to get back to when I finish X, Y, and Z. And it'll help you not to become lazy in that space. Because, if you just taking a break with no type of care in the world and nothing, then it's just easy to fall into a habit that's harder to get out of. So that would be my 3 pieces of advice for taking a break. And Nicole, I see you over there with the cards. What we got?
All right. So Isis, y'all. Magic manifesting.
Ooh.
All right. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So we're going to do the bigger breakdown, guys. Hold on one second. Yes.
I like it already.
I know. I'm here for that. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Isis is a strong, smart, and focused Egyptian winged goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and between the underworld, heaven, and earth. For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from hell of our own fear into the heaven of our own love. She was also able to revive her lover Osiris from the dead, and this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life or a dream that we may have killed off with fear or lack of disbelief or self-belief. With her magical abilities, Isis will guide us to bring our dreams into reality. You are moving into a space where your dream reality is becoming your outward reality. This is an extremely powerful time, and it's vital to keep focused on the highest good of all. You no longer want to relive your own history and or feel unsupported. Acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed the situation around is a powerful focus of gratitude that will align you with universal abundance. Discipline and commitment are important now. Consider that you are moving between worlds when you daydream or create visions and bring life-enhancing ideas into reality. Magic is manifesting all around you. This is exciting. Oh, that was good. So see what breaks can do for y'all?
Yes. Yes.
Magic and manifesting, y'all.
Yes. Well, this was nice. I'm so happy to be back. I'm glad we took our break, and I'm glad that we're both back, healthy, strong, and beautiful. And so, I'm just encouraging you all to understand the importance of a break when everything around you is telling you so. Paying attention to yourself and your body and your surroundings, and just understanding when it's time to. And then you can come back and be all refreshed and recharged and happy.
Well, thank you guys as always for joining us. Please make sure that you download and like and subscribe and share and do all of the things that you guys always are doing with us. And we will see you next time.
Yep. See you next week. Nix and Nite.